Hi guys and welcome back to my channel. My name is Stacey. If anybody is new and joining me here for the first time, thank you so much. My slogan is Believable Brown Beauty. That's the kind of makeup I do on this channel, and yes, sometimes I use makeup in slightly unconventional ways. Okay, so this is a weird video because I haven't done one like this for a long time where Amanda is sleeping. He's just having an afternoon nap. I've probably got about 40 minutes, so let's see what we can churn out. The British Fashion Awards happened a few days ago here in London, and I went on Getty Images to find a makeup inspiration because I thought, oh, that's kind of cool that there's like an awards ceremony over here, like let's show the UK some love. And I scrolled through all the pictures, and God bless Getty because they have their pictures in categories, so you don't have to look through all of them. And I found this amazing picture of Jordan Dunn. See this? She's got like a really soft gold lid, killer liner, a really beautiful like bricky terracotta in her crease, and this kind of brick red lipstick as well. And I thought, oh, I mean, she's got lashes on. We know I don't do lashes, but I thought this is such a beautiful makeup. She's a stunning girl anyway, so I was like, oh, she's going to be my inspo. Yesterday I went to an Urban Decay event, and this is the first event that I've been to where they've actually given you a free new product. A lot of brands will give you like stuff they already have out and maybe give you samples of new things, but they actually gave us all a full size foundation. Now, I have never really been into Urban Decay's skin like complexion category. It's not something I generally would gravitate towards, and I am so skeptical. I think from working in makeup for so long and seeing so many new brands, and also working for a brand, I was just like, you cannot fool me with like blurb and packaging. For me, the proof is in the wearing. So anyway, I tried this foundation on yesterday and I was so pleasantly surprised. So I decided I'm going to do like a demo with it. I don't know why that took me so long. Yeah, a demo for you guys and see what it's like. So I'm going to go on the website and then read out what it says. So it says, find your naked truth with Stay Naked Weightless Liquid Foundation. Our vegan formula, buildable, medium coverage liquid foundation with a real silk matte. That was going so good. With a real skin matte finish that lasts up to 24 hours. We designed this lineup of 50 shades with 9 shade intensities, 3 master tones, 7 undertones, and 7 undertones to dial in your precise colour match. So, undertones and stuff for me is something that can be a little bit kind of annoying because I just feel like people overcomplicate it. So in my opinion, I think you've got like varying shades of a warm reddy undertone, varying shades of a cool yellowy undertone, and then you have your neutrals, and you can kind of slide along the spectrum. I have never come across anyone with a blue undertone before, but apparently that's now a thing. But that being said, my colour was 71 warm yellow, and this is what it looks like. The packaging is really lovely, and I really like the bottle. I mean, plastic is really crappy for the environment, but amazing for your kit. So yeah, let's give this a go. You know when you get a new liquid foundation, like one pump never comes out the first time. It's always one and a bit, so we'll see what this is like. Oh, do I have the right brush here? No, I don't. Oh, you know what? Let's try something new. Well, not new, but let's revisit something. So before, somebody was asking me about using sponges, and I was like, oh, they're a waste of money, and basically being a little bit negative about them. But I forgot that I used to use these sponges from a brand called Alcone. Wait, did I wet these? Maybe I used to wet them. Pause. Yes, that's right. I used to use them dry for creams, wet for liquids. So just dry my hand. I'm going to do another pump of my foundation. And I'm going to use my fingers just to pat this on first. It doesn't smell too makeup-y. So basically I was between 2 shades and I chose the slightly darker one because I felt the one that was a little bit lighter could possibly be too light. So anyway, back to the sponges, right? Oh God, my brain. It's also because I know I'm on borrowed time. It always makes me nervous doing these when he's home. So The Alcone sponge, the reason why I like them is because they are biodegradable. Like if you are someone that likes sponges, or you use sponges in your kit, but you want to find a more eco-friendly way of using sponges, this is definitely the way to go. So the thing that I loved about this foundation when I tried it on yesterday is that it feels like, I don't know what kind of sorcery they're doing in makeup at the moment. I remember when I first started working in makeup, the thing I hated about foundation is that I could always feel it on my skin. These things feel like nothing. And look how lovely that looks on my skin. And let's just do a tiny bit on my forehead. And then I'm going to take the relatively clean side of the sponge that's got no products in it already and just press away my edges. Oh, how much is this? Let me just see how much this costs. So it's £29.50, which is, I think, kind of like an average price for a non-chemist style foundation. So it feels like absolutely nothing on the skin. I couldn't get over how lightweight it felt in store. So I'm gonna put quite a bit of concealer on. I didn't sleep very well last night, so I need all the makeup I can get today. And this is my NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer in Amand. It's the same one I use. Then I'm going to go in here and get a little brush to blend out my concealer. And I'm taking a Real Techniques concealer brush. Wow, I'm actually using a brush in the right place. So I'm going to leave this concealer to dry down a bit longer. I just like to blend out my brow highlight concealer area first, and then draw my brows in so that the highlight doesn't look too like abrupt underneath it. Well, I'm going to give it away now, so I may as well just tell you I bought this palette yesterday. This is the Born to Run palette from Urban Decay, one that I hadn't seen. I swatched this in store yesterday and I was just like, uh-oh, take all my money. I am trying not to buy things, but I seem to not be able to help myself, so I ended up buying this palette, and I was really impressed, guys. Like the colours, I'll show you the colours here. You get a lot in there. This is £42, and I think that's actually really reasonable for a eyeshadow palette with this many colours in. And the quality and the pigment of them was so impressive. I didn't set out to buy any makeup at all yesterday, let alone a new eyeshadow palette, because God, how many of these things do I need? But, I was impressed. So, and they had 40% off. So it was like just over 20 odd pounds, £25 maybe yesterday. And so yeah, I bought it. And this is what I'm going to be showing you today as well. So if any of you guys have this palette at home, this is definitely something you can use to recreate this look. Okay, so we're going to go on to brows. I'm going to brush up Strugglina and brush up the good eyebrow. This is my NYX brow pencil in Noir. And just fill in the little gappy areas. Because Jordan didn't look like she had much done to her brows. I need to find out who her makeup artist was. I tried the Urban Decay Brow Blade yesterday. Amazing products, but they need to extend the range and do like a slightly darker tone, because the one that was like the deepest tone was a little bit too red and I wanted it a bit cooler, but it was a really nice product. So if you're looking for like one of those brow pens that draws on hairs, that was really, really lovely. And it was a brush tip, not a felt tip, so that's a winner for me. Right, so I'm going to just blend in. I'm just blending in my concealer now because I think I'm ready to go on the rest of my face. And then I think I might go back to my sponge here. And then just use that to bridge the gap between these two. The Alcone sponges are like, they feel more rubbery, more rubbery than a Beauty Blender sponge. But they do, look at that, they do blend really lovely. And the fact that they're biodegradable makes me feel so much better. I feel like our industry, or my industry I should say, is not the kindest to the planet. So any way I can try and find to kind of minimise our impact, I'm like quite happy to try and swap things out. So this is a good one to try. And then just for some added oomph, I am going to go into my Glossier Stretch Concealer in the colour Deep 40. And then just pump up my brow bone? No, the cheekbone. And just under my eyes and here as well. Taking a clean side to the sponge. And just blending that all the way here. You should have seen me in the store. I was literally dancing when I bought that palette yesterday. And I was like, guys, one of my good friends, Shagan, was there, and I was like, babe, the makeup, like, it just makes me so happy. I love it. Ta-da! Okay, so skin is on. Now we're going to move into this beautiful palette, and I'm going to take the colour Riff I'm going to start with first, which is this one down here. And well done to Decay for actually labelling the names underneath the shadows for people that are slightly dyslexic like me. I don't know if I am, but I think I am because, well, it's hard for me to just like figure that out. But I love when the shadow name is directly below and then I know exactly what I'm using. So I'm taking a 224 from MAC and I'm literally going to run this through my crease. Let's face this way. Because we have got winter light and the light is fading so fast. I was meant to do this morning, but guys, I needed to sweep my home. Like, I also need to live in the real world. So I was like, oh, I need to clean. Let me clean first, and then I'll pick Amanda up from the school in the car, and then he can fall asleep, and then I can do this. This is all the planning that goes into a video like this. Has that done anything? Yeah, it's really subtle though, which is fine because this is what I want. I don't want like a hardcore strong base because she didn't have a really strong crease colour. It was just there. And then I'm going to take a tiny bit of Baja. I pronounce it Baja, which is this orange colour here. And I'm going to take a little bit of that and run that through the socket line as well. I like to tip my head back like this so I can see where my socket is a bit easier. The face is a map, guys. Learn how to read it. I feel like I can go a little bit deeper. So now I'm going to take a tiny bit of Punk, which is a really dark brown actually, this colour here. Oops, yeah, that one. And I'm going to mix it with Baja as well. Please don't be too much. Yeah, that's it. I think, to be honest, that was one of the things that drew me to the palette, is that it has a lot of versatility. Yeah, that's gorgeous. That's just where I want it. Perfect. Okay, then we're going to go into shadow. So the gold that Jordan used, or Jordan's makeup artist used, was very, very close to her skin tone. So for me, it may look more like a bronzy gold because Jordan is quite a bit lighter than I am. I'm going to take this really old MAC brush that doesn't even have a number on it anymore, and I'm going to go into the colour Smog, I think, actually. This colour here. And just pop this onto my lid. Because what I don't want is for the colour to really stand out. It was really subtle. When I looked at her makeup, I was more drawn to the mouth than to the eye. Yeah. I was more drawn to the mouth than to the eye, so I don't want to make the eye too strong. And just because it's kind of like what I like to do, I'm going to put a tiny bit more of this Smog eyeshadow just in the centre here. Because I always think that looks so pretty when you catch the light just here. Okay, liner was a very, very fierce liquid liner. So I'm taking my Orma Beauty in Aphrodisiac, blackety black, y'all. Oh, I've forgotten, I've completely duffed up the edge of this. So this might be tricky to do. Right, no. I'm good. But this is the liner that I'm working with. Oh God, I've got to do the YouTuber hand. Can you see that? Can you see how broken this liner is? I'm going to trim it. because it can still work. It just needs a little finessing. Give me 1 second. All these pauses. Oh, maybe I should bring it in so you can see a bit better my face. Is that as much as, yeah, that is as much as I can zoom in. Okay, fine. So let's go back to this liner. And now a liner brush I can actually use. That is a killer liner. And do the other one as well. And now the hard bit is to get the angle right, in the words of Amy Winehouse. I think, you know, like everyone just has their thing. No matter how much I try, I can't have thin liner in the middle of my eye. And then just to make the liner a little sharper, I'm taking a tiny bit of cafe, I think I'm going to use actually. I put Amande on, but I'm going to use cafe because I don't want it to look like I've really like gone in and finessed the liner. This is just a little angle spoolie brush from Stila, I think. Oh no, it's not even from them. It's one of those ones you get from like an art store, not an art store, a makeup store when you're starting. I like to like drag down first to clean off the brush so it's not too makeup-y, and then go in for the kill and make that liner super duper sharp. Yeah, yeah, that's good. Okay, I'm going to quickly do the other one. For mascara, I am using Hourglass Caution Mascara. Is this Caution or Extreme Caution? No, Caution Ultra Black. And I'm just going to put lots of it on. I'm not a lash wearer. Sometimes I feel like, oh, you should just do it for your video, but I would never wear that kind of makeup outside. Like, I don't wear lashes in my life, in my normal day-to-day life. Even when I'm going out, I just put mascara on. And I feel like sometimes too many videos are catered for people that always wear lashes, and a lot of people don't. A lot of people just use their own. I'm definitely in that camp, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go in with 212 from Paris Berlin. Yeah, I think this is the colour I needed. Yeah. Press and roll. And then half line. Press and roll again. And then let's try chili again this time. I think it might sit better this way round. Yes. Yeah. Lots of pressing and rolling. Yeah, that's it. I'm going to go back to the Paris Berlin pencil and reline. Jordan also has much smaller lips than I do, so I'm having to kind of like blend this liner in a lot more than she actually had so that it fits my face. Oh, it's pretty, really pretty. And then I'm going to check the picture. I don't think she had blush on. Well, it wasn't visible in this picture, but I don't care. I like blushes, so I'm probably going to put some on. A tiny bit of this Lancome, what's this called? Matte Shaker. And this colour is Radium 5 and it's quite an orange red. And I'm going to use it as blush today. This is a 130 stippling brush from MAC. That's nice. I feel like my skin looks too dry though, so I'm going to take my brush and run it through a little bit of balm.com and really work it into the bristles and then kind of just go over the blush again. You see what that did? Just added a tiny bit more sheen to the product. It's too flat for me. And the foundation actually has quite a matte finish on my skin, so I think for me it works nicer to have a little bit of balm. Yeah, that's pretty. Ooh, lovely. Back to that beaten up sponge. And just press everything again. Press everything in again. And because I like really glowy skin, I'm going to go back to that glossierbalm.com and just use this to kind of just capture the light on my cheekbones a little bit more. I like it because it's not overly shiny, so it blends into skin and foundation really easily. And I'm just tipping my head to make sure that I'm putting it in the right place. Oh yeah, this is really, really nice. I think I might put a tiny bit more of that Baja, the orangey colour, in the crease. So you can see it a bit more, because it was a bit stronger than this. Yeah, that's better. And I had bought powder to powder the foundation, but for me, this is as matte as I'd like my skin to be. I don't want it any matter than this. It looks a bit shinier than it is in real life on camera, but in real life it's like a natural matte finish, and that is how I don't really like matte skin, so I'm not going to make it more matte than this. And then the last thing, thanks for staying to the end of this video if you've made it this far. I don't love doing my YouTube when Amanda's home because it's just really difficult, and so I always find, I don't know if you could tell before when I used to do them when he was home, but I was always on edge because I was just anticipating him waking up at any given moment, coming in and like wrecking the joint. But I think I've made it. I think I survived today. So guys, there you have it. This is the final makeup look for today. I really, okay, let me just stop cleaning my hand. I really enjoyed doing this makeup look. Actually, let me see if I can find out if it was Healer. Who did Jordan? Oh, it looks like Adam Barrow from this picture. Let me see, was it him? I think it was Adam Barrow. Hold on, let me go to his page. Doing a bit of detective work on Instagram here. And also, there's this thing called Super Recognizers. I need to show you the picture that made me believe it was him, because that's literally all I can see. This little, no, not that side. This top corner here, this picture is all I looked at. I thought that's Adam, but let me just double check. I think it's him. Let's go on his Instagram because I'm sure he would have posted if he did the makeup. Adam Barrow. Ha! Call me Poirot. It was him. This is the makeup. She's got bottom lash mascara on, and she has black kohl pencil in her waterline. And it looks a little bit sparklier, actually. Let me just screen grab this so you can see what I mean. Yeah, you can see the shadow's a bit glitterier. Let's put it there. Yeah, you can see she definitely has more sparkle. She's got black kohl pencil in her waterline and she has mascara on her lower lashes. I need to fix it. So I'm gonna add, you know, like when you're just having one of those days. So I was just busy talking. I didn't realize that my memory card was full, so I'm not sure exactly where it stopped off. So I found out with a little bit of detective work that it was actually Adam Barrow that did Jordan's makeup. And when I looked at his picture that he posted on his Instagram, I could see she had like a black kohl waterline and she definitely had lower lash mascara. So I've added that to my own makeup. Oh, also this is a man's egg because he hasn't been on for ages. Do you want to say hi? Yes. Okay, look up here. Look in the camera. The camera's there. Do you want to say hello? No, you have to look up there. You see your face in the camera and say hello. You don't want to say hello? Say hello then. With your mouth. Say hello. Hello. He just woke up from sleep, so he's still a little bit groggy. So yeah, gosh, this was just like the most video that I haven't done for ages. I don't miss that feeling of stress, feeling like he could wake up any second, but I got through it. The makeup is here. Really, really beautiful. Really, really like happy with how it turned out. And actually I wish I had looked, okay, note to self, do the detective work before, not at the end of the video, because I would have used Tempting eyeshadow. That would have been a much better fit for this because it's got more of like a gold glitter to it, but this will do. You know, work with what you have. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. If you liked it, thumbs up. Can you say thumbs up? Thumbs up. Show the camera like this. Put this up high. Yay! If you liked it, thumbs up. If you loved it, subscribe. Please share. I mean, I can only tell so many people about this channel. It really helps if you guys spread the word. I think that's pretty much it. Take care and I'll see you on the next one. Bye!